Been the WNBA's two best teams. Here's Hole on the drive, floats it up. There's Kelsey Mitchell, who's been red hot. Clark looking ahead and finds Boston.
What a great play for Leah Boston.
Courtney Williams playing catch. Williams watching. Here is Clark. Clark with that float shot.
Really step up her game.
Mitchell launches. Defense in the WNBA, and they've been
alive, not only with their shot, but
defensive player of the year. Of their last 11 as Clark launches. Smith.
Much of a scoring threat this season has just come here, even adapt within the season.
4 games. Smith catching.
You have to be able to put a hand up on all.
And any team in the WNBA, this is early going in Boston with a massive size of
in the house, mouse in the house. There she does a good job recognizing the help side, especially with the block on here. Lexa Hull would have really treasured that.
Here's Kelsey Mitchell, catch and shoot. Fever shooters in the Minnesota perimeter. There's Mitchell, head full of steam.
Player, she loves going down her person on the left. So explosive, it's hard to recover.
Boston weaves her way inside, but Collier more than
quicker than the team. Such a great
get up and down. Here's Clark, catch and shoot. There.
He's out like that. She said this will be
out of the timeout. McBride is open.
Knowing where the ball is going to come off.
Williams crossing up Hole and from the mid-range.
But she can also put the ball on the floor. So
just checked in. She's a good defender too.
Get to that sweet spot. Respect that these players have for her.
The 3 driving on. Heidemann leads in, flips
for perfection. She's within herself as well, but she's
has not checked out of the game. Cross-court pass. That is a deep 3 from Clark. Looking aggressive. Clark launching.
Difficult shot. She just gets it.
On one, she'll bounce for Mitchell. Mitchell. Echo to Mitchell, and Clark started the game
in training camp. But as time goes on, I think they both want the same thing as far as.
Denied at the rim. Carlton gets back. In fact, Bentley with the offensive rebound. And
player that again, the Fever desperate.
Extra pass. And Lassini. Clark sets up Dantas for. Gasson. A goal here. That's a difficult look. It's one of the top defenses in the league. As Asia Wilson for kickback. Here's a fact. Bentley 3. Lassini.
Not with the exact same energy. And
I guess if you're the opponent, but Heidemann attacking Clark. Found a spot in the WNBA. It's Clark.
I mean, not only with her passing, but also she's got floater as well. She couldn't quite stay.
Hines Allen, aggressive takes. They've got a really good, just blows by Collier and Lace.
Could be a scoring threat is exactly what she. But we've seen
tested for the 3rd time this season.
Fine.
An open 3. Now she'll take it.
Knock it down, no hesitation.
Collier and Lynn Dunn are
the day, all hours.
Do a nice start. He's got feeds Boston, who will launch. Hines Allen staying aggressive
for the success that they've had. It's not going to do what works and play how.
19 of their 39. They've already won 5 more games than Mitchell. Extra pass. McBride catch and shoot. Clark the hesitation. Clark the floater.
Here's the halftime reports. Whatever the case.
It's amazing how quickly that show into traffic. Shot too strong.
Is really what's making this team so special. That makes it tough on the defense because it means cut in front of you. So.
Overs for the Lynx, just 3 for Indiana. Fake into a double team, lofts it up for Boston. Seating. Now this is the question. Williams sets up Collier, who's open.
The miss or the makes. It's just it's a
field. But Collier's having scores in the WNBA. Rebounds. Sparks take on Angel Reese, and this rookie class has been on the handoff from Boston.
And first time they're going to the playoffs.
In this building too. Look at Hines Allen. Back for Williams, offensive foul on minute. So look at Mitchell, Clark.
The Fever again. It's not always about the mix of
in there as Williams on the drive off. Great with the shot clock low, and Boston will. Hines Allen skip past Carlton.
Wasn't the best, but she's been able to really.
Iowa State knocking burst. Clark's got this. Clark fading, fire. Put her on that initial wrap around pass to Carlton. Full run. And Maisha Hines Allen coming. She lost her father just before the second half of the season. Alana Smith.
How the rest of the game is going to go.
Boston backing her way in, flips it up.
It looked like it phased her.
Biggs playing catch underneath Smith. They went into halftime with Smith launching. Boston spinning into a double. Momentum clearly in the hands of the Minnesota playoffs with a ton of experience.
But it looks like they've had an answer.
Here's Smith rolling and change that. Right.
But let the plays happen.
Clark stepping back, fading, firing. Smith couldn't handle it. Right into the hands of the WNBA on Ion. Check your Loper. Playoff matchups without a made field goal.
Carl's really good for offensive shots to get that up and have that call.
Mitchell trying away. Lexi, hold on, another steal. And the back, stepping back into a deep two. That's Collier straight away.
If it doesn't, you got to get back on defense.
Boston on the drive, gets inside, and has carried Indiana offensive.
Collier is an excellent defense.
Keeps it the Fever trying to hold down number 6.
And moving with the person.
Mitchell in the third, as Collier working on shooter. And Eastern. It's the national women's team there. Here's Collier going coast to coast to create, but everything's difficult. Williams firing it inside. Collier angles here on Indiana. Mitchell gets it in the first quarter. Clark trying to get Indiana. Williams steps into a lead there by Carlton.
The open player so easily.
Clark driving on Carlton. Clark hangs the three, pulls up, and connect. At least since the month of May.
It's the win. But you've got it
on the bench. Mitchell stepping into a deep here from the Lynx, and Hines Allen. Hull steps into it too. Key moment in this game is Hines Allen, maybe here in the third quarter.
Opportunity to do that here, but
played Minnesota. Lynx won by 10.
They can get some of this momentum back.
Bentley off balance, feeds inside.
If you get beat,
Collier.
Great job, just getting all of her qualities come back.
Mitchell on the drive, the floater. That high-low for Minnesota. Clark trying to create, find some space. Shot. Oh, corner to the fourth. Fever watched by Bentley. Collier lines up. Clark's had a good one offensively, but that time inside deep position. Collier, Mitchell wide open here of the fourth as Carlton tries to end season long. They started the season 1-8. Mitchell putting on the move. Shot off the mark there. Carlton corner three.
Is the reason why Minnesota has had
fourth after that 29-point third there. Instead looking inside for Boston.
The offense is going to make you.
And able to praise pregame. I think maybe most of the times. That's to take a backseat.
College to last year to this year has been.
Pass, Williams steps into a three. Can't jump it up with Bentley, and a lot of crossover. Williams gets inside, floats
full offensive possession. Really going to
setting up Clark. A block crowd to their feet. Samuelson will check in. Hull gets it in a minutes. Smith straight away. Boston one bounce. They're struggling to get in. Williams watches.
Well, that she just decided to go.
Samuelson open from the corner. Hot lob it inside. Uhas. Skip pass. Side. Mitchell launches. And hit.
Not only from the crowd, but from
into the corner. Carlton launches.
Know where she's at.
Clark, step back. Second best record in the league. She picked up her 5th foul a couple minutes ago. Mitchell, step back. Break. Clark is 25. Extra pass. Carlton. Big serve from Bridget Carlton. Boston. And another impact play.
Pumped up on the road.
Clark back for Samuelson. Driving on Samuelson. Gets by.
Position. They're doing a great job.
And 50 seconds. Give them. Here is Clark. Difficult.
Yeah, it did. And I think you had to look the bucket.
Carlton started all of this. Bentley back for a hole. Under a minute left to play. Williams running into a double team. Dangerous pass.
Looking up, and she's done a great job just finding her.
Now a 4-point lead. So Indiana trying to hold on to 6. Here's Mitchell running. Total rattled off the final 5 points of the as they headed into the locker room, and they still
in it. So you have to be able to get.
There's Bentley from the corner, but this battle tested all the way down to 1. He's in. The Lynx with 99. A year for Kelsey Mitchell, who lost her father just before the shining here in the second half of the season. Alana Smith.
And really just put a statement on how the rest of the game is going to go.
Minnesota threatening here to open up the third. Boston backing her way in, flips it up.
Besides her looking at her elbow right now, it doesn't look like it phased her ball here, but it played.
Biggs playing catch underneath. Smith pick up some of that momentum they went into halftime with. Smith launches. Chicago is taking that another step forward. Boston spinning into a double. Momentum clearly in the hands of the Minnesota. They'll head into the playoffs with a ton of experience.
Been tested all season long, but it looks like they've had an answer a bit more and more comfortable with each other.
Here's Smith rolling in a couple minutes of the third. Clark trying to change that. Right.
Here, those are the ones that I think we should but let the plays happen.
Trying to swing it back the direction of Indiana. Clark stepping back, fading, firing. They whip it inside. Smith couldn't handle it. Right into the hand. Chicago against Minnesota. It's the WNBA on Ion. Check your local here as we hit the month of September. Playoff matchups of Fever have gone 4 minutes now without a made field goal. And Carlton
come alive, which makes it really good for offensive shots to get that defender. So just coming up and having that call.
Mitchell trying. Williams feeds inside. Smith had it knocked away. Lexi, hold another steal. Mitchell looking aggressive. Mitchell going behind the back, stepping back into a deep two. That's got a better look out of their possession. Collier straight away.
Which, if it goes, it's great. If it doesn't, you got to get back on defense. It's really big for you in the second half.
Boston on the drive, gets inside. And that trio of Boston, Mitchell, and Clark has carried Indiana offensive.
Dribble who, again, Collier is an excellent defense.
Less than 48 hours ago. Keeps it. Minnesota battling for number 2. Fever trying to hold down number 6.
They're not talking, and they're not moving with the person.
Mitchell, deep 2-point shots from Mitchell that we've seen in the third. As Collier working on.
Nice easy finish there for Smith.
78% free throw shooter. And Louisville coverage begins at 7 o'clock Eastern. It's the National Women's away. Way too easily there. Here's Collier going coast to coast in second quarter. Mitchell trying to create, but everything's difficult. Pick up the intensity defensively. Here's Williams firing it inside. Collier hanging with an 8-point lead. They have turned the tables here on Indiana. Mitchell getting. Fever had their way with it in the first quarter. Clark trying to get Indiana.
Lining up and seeing something we've seen time and time.
Williams steps into it. Stymied there by Carlton.
It looks like Minnesota is able to find the open players so easily.
This has been out of sync. Clark driving on Carlton. Clark hang with numbers. Extra pass. Williams shot fakes the 3. Pulls up and connects. Season. Or at least since the month of May.
She's passionate. She loves the game. She wants to win. But you've got to.
We'll get a brief rest on the bench. Mitchell stepping into a deep inside. Look at the ball movement here from the Lynx and Hines Allen.
Nathan Hay by finding that open person.
Bentley, she was open. Passes up the shots. Hull steps into it too. This really feels like a key moment in this game as offense. Hines Allen, maybe 27-10 here in the third quarter. Have just 10 in the third.
Which the Fever have an opportunity to do that here, but
except when they played Minnesota. It's won by 10.
They have to be so solid to see if they can get some of this momentum back in time.
Heineman driving into back. Bentley off balance, feeds inside.
Discipline on Lexi Hull's part. If you get beat,
headed into the fourth. Collier.
But also the mama. She does a great job just in all of her qualities.
Good defensive sequence there for Minnesota. Mitchell on the drive, the floater.
Falling. See if you can make somebody fall.
That high-low for Minnesota. Clark trying to create, find some space. Shot.
Had late, and the Lynx are able to punish him.
Oh, corner. Much better start here to the fourth. And the Fever Hines Allen. And watched by back Bentley. Collier lines other. She's had a good game defensively. Clark's had a good one offensively, but that time. Heineman inside, deep position. Collier. Clark. Mitchell wide open. 3 in the first 2 minutes here of the fourth as Carlton tries to answer. This has been a resilient group all season long. They started the season 1-8 game situations. Mitchell putting on the move. Shot off the mark there. Here tonight. Carlton, corner 3.
Types of reads is the reason why Minnesota has had
2 points here in the fourth after that 29-point third. Clark on a handoff. Oh, had a moment there. Instead looking inside for Boston.
Getting late. The offense is going to make you
50% free throw shooter. And able to. Chris decides to really sing your praise pregame. I think maybe the most unneeded of her for this team to win, and at times that's to take a backseat.
Grows from last year to this year, even college to last year to this year has been.
If McBride, extra pass. Williams steps into a three. Can't connect. Jumping up with Bentley and a lot. Williams on a crossover. Williams gets inside, floats
the possession. Multiple offensive possessions. Really going to.
Boston setting up Clark. Caitlin Clark summoning the sellout crowd to their feet. Katie Lou Samuelson will check in. Bull gets an earlier here for at least a couple of minutes. Smith straight away, looking for space. Feeds it into Boston. Boston one bounce. Lynx couldn't miss in the third quarter. They're struggling to get in. Williams watches.
Basketball. I think Fee had a wide open shot as well that she just decided to go.
Clark feeding it back for Boston. Inside, Samuelson open from the corner. Williams trying to pick her spot, lob it inside. Uhas!
Strip block there by AB trying to get something going.
Williams. Clark, skip pass. Smith muscling inside. Mitchell launches. Head hit.
That energy there. And being able not only from the crowd, but from his
three. Heidemann on the drive. Bounce pass into the corner. Carlton launches.
Over with Carlton. You got to be able to know where she's at.
Clark, step back. In league-defined clutch games, that's the second-best record in the league. Lexi Holt not on the floor right now. She picked up her fifth foul a couple minutes ago. Mitchell, step back. There by Caitlin. It stops the fast break.
Be there for your players and get those.
Clark is 25 candidates have shown out here tonight. Smith extra pass. Carlton, big.
Her teammates are looking for her.
The silencer from Bridget Carlton. Boston free. Look at Carlton making another impact play.
Up to that rebound, and they're pumped up on the road.
Rebound. Nice job by Heidemann to evade it. Clark back for Samuelson. Lead. Heidemann driving on Samuelson. Gets by here.
I mean, from every position, they're doing a great job.
1 minute and 50 seconds. Give them. Couldn't get over the hump. Here is Clark. Difficult. Really turned in a hurry.
Yeah, it did. And I think you had to third quarter, and it just made him pay bucket after bucket.
Carlton started all of this. Had a pulse. Bentley back for a hole. 8-point game with under a minute left to play. Need to force turnovers. Williams running into a double team. Dangerous pass.
Her offense has woken up, and she's done a great job of finding her.
Goes in on the playoffs. Connecticut right now a 4-point lead. So tie break. Indiana trying to hold on to 6. Here's Mitchell running. They had a 10-point lead, and Minnesota rattled off the final 5 points of the. I think a little bit of momentum as they headed into the locker room, and they.
It's extremely difficult to stay mentally in it, so you have to be able to get.
Double. There's Bentley from the corner. Game clock. But this battle tested after their lead was trimmed all the way down to 1. The 5th win of the season to Minnesota. The Lynx with 99.